messages. How do you do it?
Gentlemen, one at a time. I have so many answers for all of you. You with the hat.
Kristie, what's the secret to making it in such a dog-eat-dog world? What's the biggest challenge of being an intern?
Oh my goodness, that's such a good question. And I have such a good answer in the form of a story. It's in the form of a story. Have you ever heard the story of the Maltese Fluval?
What? The Maltese Fluval?
I've never heard of
that.
Is that a thing?
Tell us.
Well then, allow me to elucidate. In many ways, it was a flognar like all the rest. I sidled out of my amniotic sac with a thick blood hangover from intern orientation the night before. But I'd be damned if I was gonna let one rowdy night keep me, Intern Kristie, from reporting for duty on the best show in the entire multiverse, Radio Free Multiverse, hosted by the one, the only, Fluval. How does one describe a Fluval? He's like a ray of sunshine on the cloudiest day. Well, actually more like a bolt of lightning, but it's the same idea. If I'm being honest, Fluval defies explanation. But maybe that's what drew me to work for him. Either that or the control chip deep in my cerebellum. Regardless, the bond we share is completely irreplaceable. Or so I thought. Oh my god, hello, Fluval. I'm so excited to help you out today. What can I help you with?
Well, Intern Charlene, I'm incredibly excited today because today we're going to unveil the great new invention of the Grand Aquarium Empire.
What is that? Oh my god.
Well, Intern Crystal, it is obviously the Hatenator invented by none other than Intern Kevin. You should really take a cue from Intern Kevin's work, Charlene. Kevin,
decades at his right hand. Finn. And it all meant nothing? How could I ever measure up to Kevin? Obviously, Fluval was upset. Yes, that could be the only reason he'd go out of his way to hurt me. It was then, in my deepest despair, that I remembered.
Intern Cersei.
It's Kristie, hi.
Okay, Intern Calliope, have you seen my Maltese Fluval? I need it for the show tonight, and I think some ne'er-do-well stole it. Go find it.
Okay, Fluval.
Go!
Of course! If I could just locate the Maltese Fluval, I'd make Intern of the Month for sure, and then Fluval will have to know my name! He makes the poster! The first thing I did was check the data stores. Being outside of time and space, I'll never truly know how long I searched. But I finally found it. A clue to the location of the object of Fluval's affection. Unfortunately, possibly due to too many regenerations of the intern in question, the information on the dossier was indecipherable. So it was time to summon a very special intern. Special Correspondent Arthur, formerly of NASA. He had the backbone of cooked pasta and the nerves to match. He was always nervous and slightly damp, like an infant lost in the rain. Welcome, Arthur. Thank you so much for coming to my office on such short notice.
Of course, Kristie.
In situations like these that are so important, I like to think for a moment before I act. And that's where you come in, audience. I will need your help with how I am going to be approaching Arthur here. So what I need you to do is join the Kahoot that you see on the screen right now, because I need your help solving this mystery. I really help with this. It's so important, and it will give all of you a chance to act as an intern for the Grand Aquarium Empire Network. You too can serve the glorious aims of Grand Emperor Acleon and Fluval and all of the other aquarium. Welcome, intern Holly. Welcome, I'm so excited. Lynn's Tots, Arspin, so excited. You're all gonna help me solve this mystery, and I'm gonna need all of the help that I can get, because that's what a good intern does, okay? They're not afraid to ask for help.
Help. I'll be quiet.
They're not afraid to ask for help in completing the aims that the Grand Aquarium Empire Network or any of the aquarium within it will do. Oh goodness, it sounds like the frog that I hid up my sleeve might have died.
You have a frog in your sleeve? Of course you do. Never mind. Sorry. Again, apologies.
This is all you've ever wanted, Horde Jedi? Of course. Of course it's all you ever wanted, to serve the glorious aims of the Grand Aquarium Empire Network. Cod Intern Aaron. So happy to see you, Lindsay Paremel. We are vintage, baby. Can we vote now to space Arthur? Well, I'm just saying, if you stick around, some options might just become available to you. All right. Should I? What should I do with Arthur? You're all gonna see the various answers. Look, should I grit my teeth and ask him how his day was? Just make him feel a little comfortable, welcome, maybe better enough to get the answer. Should I tell Arthur he's been poisoned for laughs, though? I do the whole time. I might have. Start going through Arthur's stuff for clue. Oh, goodness. It looks like we have made a decision. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna start going through your stuff for clues. Okay, empty your pockets. Empty your pockets!
I put everything on the dossier. I don't have anything in my pockets.
Empty your pockets, Arthur! I wanna see what's under that hat! There's nothing in the hat. There's nothing in the hat. Arthur, do you know why I brought you in here today? It's about this! Maltese Fluval.
You asked me to put that together for you.
Yes, and I saw the Maltese Fluval on it, and I needed to know. Because sort of what I'm seeing here is the Maltese Fluval is mostly connected to the idea that Houdini is actually the studio cat. Military experiments, paranormal experiences, and the Hollow Earth theory. So, where did you put the Maltese Fluval? Is it deep inside of the Hollow Earth?
I don't have it. You just asked me to try and find it.
Well, then tell me what to do. I cannot read this. You need to tell me what I should do next. This is kind of why we brought you on as an intern. You're a scientist, right?
Yes, I am a scientist. I have a PhD.
NASA, they're super into science. So if you could use a little of that PhD to do some PhD detective work.
Okay. So there was the studio cat equals Houdini, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I found out that studio cats can inhabit liminal spaces. They
Yes,
can
of course.
basically exist in between dimensions, right?
Arthur, this was like day one stuff.
Okay, so we all know that third-dimensional cats like to knock things off of tables,
Of
right?
course.
Okay, so what if the studio cat knocked the Maltese Fluval into a liminal space? That's one of the...
You dare say that it could be the great and wonderful studio cats that give so much to our station? What do you give to our station, Arthur? Bad dossiers?
I help you pick the planets you destroy, and then I report on them.
Well, with all of that background and research, what planet should I visit? to find the Maltese Fluval. This shouldn't be that hard, Arthur, really, with your PhD.
So that leads to another thing. You mentioned the military, right?
Yes, the military experiments.
So, military...
It's all in Russian, I can't read it.
Да, я понимаю. It's all in Russian, and part of that is because the Russians and the military were working on a device that was capable of accessing, again, that liminal space.
Liminal space,
yes.
yes.
In between spaces. And so it's possible that if the studio cat knocked it into a liminal space, and that liminal space was accessed by the Russian military.
Okay.
Ты знаешь, in that case, you would then get the military having access to the Maltese Fluval, and they would secret it away to somewhere where they could hide it, which means that it's in the hands of either the government or the military or some military-like government agency.
This sounds a lot to me like he's trying to just put this off on other third-dimensional militaries, doesn't it? Come on! Come on, you're right, Lindsay Premel. Yeah, how dare you blame Houdini, one of our greatest interns? How dare you blame him?
It's a comparison. I'm just comparing Houdini to a cat. I'm so sorry.
So you didn't find out that Houdini was actually a literal studio cat? Wow, I thought that you were smarter than that, Arthur.
What?
I mean, really. We put in these Easter eggs all over the place, and you couldn't even pick that one up? My goodness. Yeah, Intern Alphabet has big talk. But can you play the game? Arthur, look, I haven't come to expect very much from you.
That's probably for the best.
But what I do expect from you is, information on where to go next. That's sort of what we keep you here for, and keep creating new versions of you and then downloading your consciousness and on. I mean, it's a whole thing. You just need to tell me, Arthur, where should I go next?
Okay, so that's where the Hollow Earth comes in.
Okay, that's where the Hollow Earth comes in.
So Hollow Earth is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for something that should be whole, but is actually corrupt and empty inside.
Okay.
It's been eaten away inside. So a government agency with military ties that's been eaten away inside. I think, based on my research, that the Maltese Fluval is at the precinct and in the hands of the transdimensional...
The precinct?
The precinct. The police. I think the
Of course it's the police! Of course it's always the police! Isn't it? Stealing people's property!
And I think...
Creating suffering that isn't filmed for the Grand Aquarium Empire Network? Selfish!
I'm just so happy you're angry at someone who isn't me right now.
I'm very angry at you, Arthur.
That tracks.
So I should go to the precinct. This is what I should do. I should talk to the precinct.
Very specifically,
Right.
my research says that it is Sergeant Dumpty at the precinct.
All cats are actually Houdini. That's true. That's a truth.
Okay, I didn't know
All right,
that, but
go and talk to Sergeant Dumpty, whatever. That's all you can give me. That's all you got. We got Hollow Earth. We got Houdini. We got...
I put it all
Maybe
there.
if I look at it upside down, that's all you have for me?
Yes?
Clearly, Arthur needs to be punished.
No.
Studio audience, how should I punish Arthur? Should I hurt him physically? Should I hurt him psychologically? That one's fun. Should I hurt him emotionally? I've been working on that one, actually. Or hurt him socially? That's a fun one. That's a new one, isn't it? What should I do? APAB, all cats are Houdini, aardvarks and white people are all the same to me. That's true. Aardvarks and all of white people all exactly look the same. We made sure of that. What should I do to you, Arthur? Arthur, if you had to choose one of these, which would it be?
I really wouldn't want to have to choose one of these.
Oh, so we can just make you choose one of them and that can be the first part of the punishment?
No, please, no. Please, oh, God.
Socially, psychologically, emotionally, physically, which one would you like? Maybe I could hurt you, like fashion-wise? Like, we could just make you look like crap. Do you think that that would be fun? Oh, look, we have an answer. We have a tie between what? Hurting him psychologically and emotionally? Oh, I love that. Oh my God. Thank you all so much for serving the Grand Aquarium Empire Network.
Kristie.
Arthur,
Yes?
I would like you to run the next intern orientation session.
No.
Yes.
No, please
Yes.
no.
You know this one is about the weasels.
Not the weasels.
Yes, it's about the weasels.
I thought I left the weasels on parking lot, Earth.
Nope, that's the psychological pain. We are bringing back your past traumas in the form of giant car-eating weasels. Oh, look, paint his tie with peanut butter and make him clean it. Arthur is not sweet. He's incredibly ridiculous. And of course, everyone knows my name. I'm Intern Kristie. I'm Intern Kristie.
Please, her name is Intern Kristie.
I'm
Don't anger
Intern
her.
Kristie.
Don't anger her.
I'm Intern Kristie, and Fluval totally knows that and is just feeling really hurt right now. So he kind of maybe went out of his way to hurt me, which is why I'm gonna hurt you. So we're doing the peanut butter on the tie thing. We're putting you in front of the weasels, in front of the whole audience, and then you're gonna run a successful session. All right. I want at least 3 interns to survive, and if they don't, you know the punishment.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Arthur. Go away.
Yes, Kristie.
The third-dimensional beast in the Grand Aquarium Emperor. The third-dimensional beasts in the Grand Aquarium Emperor's multiverse are as reviling and unpleasant to be around as morally righteous Arthur, formerly of NASA. I hated asking for his help in hearing his whining, pathetic voice. But damn it if his info wasn't reliable. So it was time to summon this hard-boiled detective. Sergeant Dumpty was as hard-boiled as Snooper's calm. Time had its way with him, as it does with us all, except Fluval. And Dumpty went rotten. This was exactly the kind of bad seed who might know the location of the precious Maltese Fluval and its sweet, sweet slime. Sergeant Dumpty, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah.
Shh. Excuse me, studio audience. How do you think that I should approach this law officer? Certainly first by taking a sip of delicious LaCroix. Everyone go get LaCroix, new sponsor of the Grand Aquarium Empire Network. LaCroix! 100% guilty. 100% guilty drinks, yes. It says innocent, but it's lying. So tell me, how should I approach this situation? Should I pretend to be in distress? Maybe make him feel all masculine? Should I barge in shooting? I do have my gat. What about heavily imply that I'm there to bribe someone? You know, that could work. It could work. I do have a lot of really great stuff here because the Grand Aquarium Empire Network has all of the best stuff. We do. We absolutely do. What flavor? What flavor of what? What flavor? Welcome, I am not the Zodiac Killer. Perhaps we should get a Zodiac Killer in here. They're really good with cops. Yeah, they're great with cops. LaCroix! Pamplemousse. We got like 20 of the pamplemousses too. We just sort of like let them run rampant on an empty planet, and then we put a bunch of humans there to get trampled. We have an answer. It looks like heavily imply that I'm there to bribe someone. Thank you so much for coming by, Sergeant Dumpty.
Yeah, it's no problem at all. It's a pleasure even.
A pleasure even. You know, you lawmen work so hard at the precinct. It's just such a tough multiverse out there, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, you gotta keep the streets clean, gotta keep the scum off the road. I'm a hard-working detective, so yeah, I keep all my ducks in a row, but yeah, I will admit sometimes it's a hard day to come back at that.
I'm
Have
sure.
nothing to come home to but just yourself and a bottle of whiskey.
Wow, that sounds really hard. And I bet for all of that hard work and lack of any sort of, like, existential fulfillment, you're really not getting compensated enough, are you?
Well, I mean, the benefits are good, the benefits are fine, but I will admit that there are some times when I do feel a little bit lonely.
A little bit lonely late at night, so you would say that you value personal connections over anything.
Yeah, the people are really what I'm doing the job for. See, you gotta keep the streets clean, gotta keep the scum off the road so that the real citizens can do their jobs and have their lives, Gotta work for the common man.
Here in the Grand Aquarium Empire Network, we have a lot of disposable beings. I run the intern orientation program, and I have found that after coming home from a really hard day of interning for the Grand Aquarium Empire Network, having a few interns around to abuse just really lets me take the load off.
Oh, well, that's a very interesting thing.
Is that something that you would be interested in? Maybe having some interns around?
Well, I wouldn't say no to another hand around the office. See, there's all these paperwork that I gotta file. The chief is riding my ass. Something fierce, I'll tell you that.
I'm curious, Dumpty. I'm so curious. What do you think you would do for someone who had the ability to get you someone to come home to?
Oh, well, to get someone to come home to at night, to have a nice, real good dame to come home to, I'd do anything, see? I'd even, for example, pay off some of my colleagues, perhaps look the other way when I see some drug deals, anything at all. I'm definitely ready to earn a buck.
What about the location of extremely valuable lost artifacts?
Oh, we got a whole market for lost artifacts. See, we got people doing time for museum robberies. We got people doing time for bank thefts. We got all sorts of wonderful artifacts that have been locked away. If you need access to them, you just pay the right price.
And to be clear here, Dumpty, maybe just to gather all the horses and the men together. Dumpty, have you ever heard of the Maltese Fluval?
No.
Never.
I've never heard of the Maltese Fluval. No, it's never. No, never. Not me. No, I keep my boots clean. See, I'm a law-abiding cop. I've never tangled with the Maltese Fluval before.
Methinks the piggy doth protest a little bit too much.
Hey, listen here. Hey. Don't go calling me no pixie. Hey, I'm a respectable cop.
And would a respectable cop then know about the inventory of his own precinct? Because it sounds a lot like this respectable cop who was just about willing to take a bribe from me, to be clear, isn't being quite straight with me about what I want. Let's help each other, Dumpty. Come on, let's help each other out. I have humans. You know where the Maltese Fluval is. Don't be shy.
I don't know. You seem like a kind of shady dame to me. I don't know if I'm ready to crack just yet.
I'll need a little more help in order to really crack this witness. Studio audience, how should I step up this investigation? Should I boil that egg? Should I start ugly crying? Should I flirt heavily with this officer of the law? Ugh, ACAB. And subtly begin slipping the officer money. Well, he already refused to give me information about the Maltese Fluval, even though I promised him a whole human. Panic and make up a lie that's too strange to prove. That's too big to prove. It looks like that is our winner. Panic and make up a lie. Look. Sergeant Dumpty, look, we've been going around and around in circles on this, but I really gotta be straight with you. Lay it down, dame. Look, I really need that Maltese Fluval because I heard that the biggest mobster in the entire multiverse, you know, the biggest monster in the mobster, the big
Oh my gosh!
mobster,
Oh, the big boss. Yeah, the big boss.
the big one, the big box,
The boss.
Yes, the big boss.
Yeah, Big Boss Malone. Everyone knows Big Boss Malone.
Everyone knows Big Boss Malone. Well, Big Boss Malone is looking for the Maltese Fluval. In fact, he's going to use it as a key for a giant super weapon that has its beam directly pointed actually at your house specifically.
Dear
okay?
God.
And no one was able to pick this up because he's using like super secret laser like
Is
technology.
he working with the Russians? I bet he's
Yes.
working with the.
He's
Oh
wor-
God,
yes.
we always knew the
He's
Russians.
working
were
with
all
the
this.
Russians. He's working with the Russians. Yes.
God, those dirty goddamn Russians.
Yes.
Well, but you know what? To help you get those commie
Come on,
spies,
yeah,
I'll
no,
do
you hate
anything.
them.
Here's what I know. I don't know much, Kristie, but I do know that we've been doing some weird dealings with some of our artifacts with the criminal underbelly of the city.
Criminal underbelly.
Yeah, in fact, there's a Goonion that's been forming recently. All the bad guys have been getting together and demanded workers' rights. And so, if I
know
were to
this
get the
Goonion.
location of anything, I would suggest that you go talk to one of them.
Thank you so much for your time, officer.
Yeah, anytime for a dame like you.
Of course. Now, let me let you go. Let me let you, take care of your cop business. I'm sure you're doing a bunch of really great
Sergeant
things.
Dumpty left my office.
Goodbye, Kristie.
Try as he
Goodbye.
might to seem tough as stone, the system had cracked his hard shell, and no one I know could put him back together again. It was time to stop dealing with small fries and play with some big dogs. And small rodents.
Welcome, Rat.
Rat's not the
It's
kind
good
of
to
goon
see
to
you,
get mixed
Kristie.
up
It's good
in
to see
one
you.
mess
It's
too long.
it's
But
been
he's
a
got
while,
thumb
if I
in
do say so
every pie
myself.
in town. Though in order to talk to him, I had to get through his muscle.
All right.
Oh
Bulldog
God, yeah.
was all bark and no bite.
Excuse me,
And in
Rat.
fact was a good boy. Was a really, really good boy.
Oh, Kristie!
But he still wasn't
nice
the kind
to
of
be
mug you
here.
wanted to meet down a dark alleyway late at night.
Hello.
Yet here I was, face to face with the Grendel Grozer himself. I had to remind myself not to be fooled by the chump's dopish
Kristie,
grin.
I hear
His
your voice,
copacetic
but I
attitude hit
don't
a
see your
bloody
mouth
rap sheet a
moving. What's
mile
going on?
long.
What are you talking about?
And I wasn't
I don't hear
keen
nothing.
on being added to that particular
I'm
list.
confused.
You hearing things again, Bulldog?
Well, it's not like last time.
Nah, last time we had you take your meds.
Yeah. I swear, I just heard your voice, Kristie. Did you not
I'm
hear it?
sure you did. So I'm working with known criminals, Rat and Bulldog,
Hello.
leaders of the Goonion.
Nice.
How should I approach this interrogation?
It's a very nice.
Should I
scene.
convince Bulldog that I am a long lost relative? Should I preach the good word of being an intern? I love doing that, of course. Should I tell Rat that I'm actually with Henchman Weekly and I'm doing a story on the top 30 sexiest henchmen? Or should I say nothing and then yell every time anyone speaks? What should I do?
Those are all very good points. Those are all very good things that you could do.
I'm not quite sure who we're talking to
Well,
right now.
you can hear the voice, and I can see the audience. That's sort of how it works with us. We
hello.
each got one half of the brain.
You said brain.
You obviously got the smaller half.
That's very kind of you to say.
Ay. Well, Kristie, it's been a while, ain't it?
It's been just a little while.
Just a little while.
Just a little while. But
Hello, Kristie.
Ah!
Why are you yelling at me?
Ah! Jesus, Kristie. I knew you. Jesus, Kristie. Gee, Okay, we'll tell you. We don't know nothing. This is Ricky's Pizza all over.
I don't like it, Rat. I don't like it.
Leave my bulldog alone. Leave him alone. Leave my. Leave Bulldog alone.
I have them right where I want them. Now I'm going to need your help sealing the deal on this investigation.
I don't know how to use
Leave Bulldog!
Right.
Should I shoot rat? That might be a little difficult. Should I reveal that I am on an undercover boss? They are on an undercover boss. Should I mistake the situation as a request for a threesome? Or have an anxiety attack and hope for the best?
No. I don't. We don't know how to use this. Oh god.
Right, I just want to let you know
What is it, Bulldog?
I might have left the oven on.
You left the oven on.
Sorry!
Great. Now a whole apartment's gonna boil down.
It's okay, we'll collect the insurance money.
Hey, at least you hid the Maltese Fluval.
I did. Wait, hold on. You told me I was supposed to, but
You never hid the Maltese Fluval.
I never got it. Right?
All right, what I'm going to do is reveal that they are on an... No, I'm going to mistake the situation as a request for a threesome. I really appreciate you all coming here and stuff, and I'm like, look, I'm super flattered. I'm super flattered that you both came here. I'm so flattered, and I know
Of course.
it's a lot like the union.
Exactly,
With
yes.
a little less emphasis on workers' rights and more of an emphasis on enslavement, let's be real.
Right.
But, and I'm so flattered. But I really
Hey.
just kind of wanted you...
Hey, it's me, Fluval, Grand River Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire.
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
Hi, I
Hello.
love your hat, Fluval.
Thank you.
It's
It's
a very
very
nice-
stylish. It's a very stylish hat. Intern Caroline, I need you to look up some trivia questions
Oh, I totally got you.
about
I totally got
Exploding
you.
Whale Park. I really need some more trivia about Exploding Whale Park.
Oh, I totally got you, Fluval. I totally got you. That's like the best idea ever, and that's like really great to do trivia about. I totally got you, Fluval. I'm totally on it.
Cool.
Hi, Fluval.
As you were, Intern Sherilyn.
Thank you so much. It's Kristie. I'm Intern Kristie.
Yeah, did you say exploding whales? Well, we might just have some propositions for you. We've got a very good exploding whale park that's just been blowing up.
I know that you're here about the propositions. I know you're here for propositions, and I really appreciate it. I'm really flattered.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
But you know, I'm just sort of taking some time to find out who like Intern Kristie is, sort of like outside of any emotional entanglements. I hope you understand. I really just kind of wanted
Kristie.
you here to ask you about the Maltese Fluval.
oh my gosh.
I have been informed
Nope.
we should...
We don't know nothing about the Maltese Fluval.
It really sounds like you might. Also, Rat, who hit you? Did they hit you over the Maltese Fluval?
No, unfortunately, this was...
I said I'm sorry, Red.
Listen, this is why we don't play Marco Polo, is because sometimes Bulldog gets a little too into it, and sometimes he makes the money maker not make money anymore.
You were shorter than I thought you were, and when, well...
I'm always shorter than you think I am, Bulldog. It's because I'm shorter than you.
Well... Yeah,
So this wasn't some sort of domestic spat over hiding
Oh.
the Maltese Fluval.
Oh, no.
Again, I've been informed that I should not talk about the Maltese Fluval.
So you know about the Maltese
We're
Fluval.
not saying nothing.
I mean, we did literally just say something, right?
I mean that is fair. I mean, but maybe if there was.
And now that you've sort of broken, you know, it's sort of like a cheat day with food, right? Like you've already said something, so you might as well just tell me everything.
I mean that is fair. So there was perhaps a shady dealer who we might have been working with, who might have perhaps known the location of the Maltese Fluval, and might have perhaps paid us some good money to know if we also were able to find the location and if we were also able to make it happen. It appears that somebody did not do a good enough job.
Somebody did not do a good enough job.
Yes, somebody did not do a good enough job.
Yeah, somebody did not do a good enough job.
And so what does this mean about the location of the Maltese Fluval?
It means that we don't know what the Maltese Fluval is because Bulldog fucked up.
I was told to collect it, but it wasn't there when I went to collect it.
Who are you going to
So
collect it
that's
from?
not my fault.
We's got some contacts, we's got some connections. You know, I knows a guy, you know. I'm not at liberty to say.
You're not at liberty to say. Well, perhaps would this open up a little bit of liberty?
Oh, that's very interesting, especially considering is this one of the very famous exploding whales that we have been talking about?
We've been
It very
wanting
well
to get our
may
hands
be.
on one of them for a while.
You know, I know a guy who knows a guy I may not be at liberty to say, but you
Right.
might be.
You know what, Kristie? How about this? I'll take this, and my people will be in contact with your people.
Huh.
He's normally very trustworthy. That's why they call him the Rat.
That's why he trusts me.
Yeah. I'll trust you too, Kristie. Do you not trust me?
Would you trust me enough to give me the Maltese Fluval that you clearly stole when you went to pick it up? Bulldog, don't tell me that you weren't able to see the value of the Maltese Fluval. Rat, don't tell me that the Goonion isn't on strike and not bringing in enough money to support yourselves. Would you not bring yourselves to such lows so as to steal such a glorious and valuable object?
Times
No.
have been hard. Times have been hard. That's all. I understand that, like, you know, perhaps we's all got to tightens our belts. But, hey, you know, all I'm saying is even if a big, strong goon did perhaps do something like that, I wasn't the one who ordered out the hit.
I think that Rat is talking about me again. It's very difficult because he does this third person thing and I don't really understand. Are you mentioning me but without mentioning me?
Oh, absolutely not, Rat. I am definitely, or Bulldog, that's, I'm Rat, oh fuck. I absolutely not, Bulldog. I'm
Bulldog.
absolutely not mentioning you, Bulldog. I would never throw you under the bus, Bulldog.
Well, not again. I mean, that was part of the hazing ritual for the Goonion was you get thrown under an Ultimo bus and you have to survive.
Yeah, he survived 5 times.
The bus did not survive. It was full of children.
Oh, that's fantastic. Did you get it on tape? You know, we have this sort of like, you know, America's Funniest Home Videos. We're sort of doing this Aquarius Funniest Home Videos, you know. I know you're like sort of itching for cash right now, but someone going under a bus full of children, that sort of sounds like right up that alley.
Well, it was funny until the bus caught fire and the children started screaming. Then it wasn't funny.
Yeah, it was
That sounds so hilarious. Oh my God. Did you get it? Please tell me you got it. You got it. But what you don't got is the Maltese Fluval.
No,
That's what you're
like I
telling me.
said, it wasn't there. I went to pick it up and it was an empty box. It was just full of like hay or something, but there weren't no Maltese Fluval. I'll keep telling you. I'm not lying.
Could I trust them? I don't think so. But I don't think I'm getting anything else out of these goons.
yeah, we ain't saying nothing
I mean,
more.
except-
And nothing more.
Thank you, Rat, for clarifying that.
You know what? Thank you so much for coming. Why don't you just step outside? I think that our negotiations are finished here.
I know when I'm not wanted. Come on, Bulldog.
And ignore any kind of like large objects that may or may not have been put on your person in order to track you. That's definitely not what they're doing.
Okay.
So don't worry about it, okay? If you find it in or under your skin, just ignore it and don't press the red button because then
Don't.
But there's no.
Don't press the red button. Thank you, Kristie.
Of
You always have my
course.
best interest at heart.
And this,
Always.
Thank you.
and this is why we're going to surgery after we leave the Grand Aquarium Empire Network.
But,
Come on, Bulldog.
but she said to not touch the... She said to not touch the...
Scumbags, liars. thugs, rodents. The universe was full of unfortunate souls, and hidden among them, the precious Maltese Fluval. I returned to my office in need of a drink stiffer than the broken Statue of Liberty from Planet of the Apes. I thought of Fluval, my precious Fluval, the fish that was my everything, needed me. But I was shooting more blanks than an FD-45 and had the frustration to prove it. Who could have done it? Was it Arthur, that little weasel? Had he finally found the spine to enact a little revenge on me for all the pain I had so happily caused him? Was it Dumpty, the slimy bastard himself? Maybe the crooked dick was in on it and throwing me for a loop out of some sort of sadistic need for control. Was it Rat, the shifty little fast talker? Maybe all his operations weren't as successful as he would lead folks to believe, and Rat, out of desperation, needed a supplementary source of income to fund his grifting. Or was it Bulldog? Probably not Bulldog. But no man whose best friend was money could be trusted to stand by someone who ain't paying them. Who did it? Audience, I need your help. You were here for all of the interviews, and I can only trust you, my fellow interns who are serving the aims of the Grand Aquarium Empire Network, to tell me who took the falcon and how I can win the love of Fluval. Oh, who do we think did it? 5 people think that it was the egg. Sergeant Dumpty! I should have known it was you all along, Sergeant Dumpty. You cannot trust an officer of the law, and there he goes. Well, now that I've taken care of that, I will be needing to search his premises for the Maltese Fluval. It sounds like it's still in the precinct, and, right, Egg Cab. That too. That had some of him on it, so fuck that book. Yeah.
Hey, Intern Sherilyn, what are you doing? What's up?
Hi, Fluval.
How you doing?
Hello.
What are you up
Fluval.
to? Have you gotten any of the research I asked for about Truman Capote?
Yeah, no, I totally did that, Fluval.
Yeah, what's up?
No, I totally did that.
Hello, hello, audience, and thank you for being so overjoyed to see me, Fluval. Hello.
Of course, Fluval.
Yeah, of course they're happy to see me, but what's up?
Fluval.
Yeah.
Fluval,
Uh-huh.
I failed you.
What are you talking about?
I failed you. I have not discovered the location of the Maltese Fluval, which you need so dearly. But I think it's in the precinct. And if you could just give me a little more time, I can go there and get the Maltese Fluval for you. I promise you, Fluval, I will not fail you. I will not fail you.
I definitely remembered sending you to get that for sure. I
will bring it to you, Fluval.
I definitely remember
that.
Scorch
the ends of the earth!
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, yeah, sure, you can do that. You can definitely, I mean, I do love what you did with the redecorating with the egg.
So
that was pretty wonderful, but yeah, no.
No, I'm pretty sure that he stole it from you.
Sure. Yeah, he totally could have. Why not? Who knows? Could have easily done it. But I think there's a more important question here than what happened to the whatever you were talking about. The question is, of course, should we blow up NOIR EARTH? Yes, or yes, but Fluval wears a hat.
Which one?
Of course, I mean, I'm already wearing this dashing little beret here,
so
complete
dashing.
with a veil.
So absolutely dashing. But Fluval, I just want you to know how hard I worked to find the Maltese Fluval.
Sure.
Because you told me someone stole it. So
I mean,
I really think someone stole it, and it isn't anywhere around you where you might have it. Because if you did...
No. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not here. Let me, I'll be right back.
Okay. So, audience, what should we do? Oh my gosh, I hope he lets me use our new super weapon to go to the precinct. Won't that be fun? It'll be just like in the Avengers movie where they go visit the Collector.
And we'll be the glowing evil laser from the sky.
Yes, that was us.
4 of you said yes.
Yes, but Fluval
But I
wears
wear
a hat.
Well, not to put a hat on a hat, but I think there we go.
Oh my god, I
Look
love
at me
it.
now. Look at me now.
Fluval,
Yeah. What's up, Charlene?
was your bag always over here?
Wait a minute, what now?
What did you always leave your Fluval?
What?
Fluval, look what
Yeah.
was in your bag.
What?
It's the Maltese Fluval.
Oh, that's the Maltese Fluval?
It was in your bag this whole time.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could have used that on a... Yeah, I mean...
Destroyed this egg.
Well, I mean, whatever. You destroyed a lowly third-dimensional being. Oh, no. That's fine.
I mean, that's a really good point.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, Horde Jedi said my name. What's up, Horde Jedi? You got something to say to me?
We do have an Earth to destroy.
Yeah,
at
we do. Oh,
least.
Exactly. The egg deserved it, just like all of the denizens of NOIR EARTH do. But first... not first. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
At least we're destroying an Earth.
Oh, you better
know?
believe it.
Fantastic.
And of course, now that I'm still here. Don't worry. You can't see me, I know, but
Fluval's always here.
that
Fluval's
was a
always
little
with
trick.
us.
I'm still here. Hello. I'm just behind the chair
always
now.
been with us. Let me move that for you, Fluval. Because
Yeah, move that. Get that out of my... Oh, you know what? No, stop.
No, it's out of your light. It's out of
Here
your
we
light.
go.
I'm so sorry,
I'll just
Fluval.
move.
I'm so
It's
sorry.
fine.
It's out of your light. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was hiding.
Sorry.
You're right. I was being tricksy,
Yeah, you're just
as I am,
being
of course.
tricksy, just like with the Maltese Fluval.
Yeah, I
That was in
fooled
your
you.
room
I
the whole
fooled you.
time, and I could have spent this time looking
I told
up
you. I
things
tricked
about Truman
you.
Capote, but that's okay.
Yeah, you could have been doing all that research I actually asked you to do about Truman Capote and Exploding Whale Beach, but instead, you just took a little sojourn to NOIR EARTH for some reason. All the Earths, I get them all
I did
confused.
stop at Mahler.
I get
to
all
get
these
this
third-dimensional
sweet
Earths
coat.
confused. You know,
I mean, I wanted
the
to,
burden of being a
you know.
fifth-dimensional being. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, Holly Goody's right. NOIR EARTH did have a sweet hate.
It did have a sweet.
It was wearing a sweet hate.
It did have a sweet hat.
Intern Kevin would have never lost track of the things I had actually told them to do, and instead you just sort of decided, oh, I'm gonna go to NOIR EARTH for no real reason at all. But I'd just like to say, this episode wouldn't have been possible without Intern Kevin, and what I'm now being told was actually his hatinator. It was his hatinator. I just assumed it was about hate, because shouldn't everything be really at the end of the day? So this episode of Radio Free Multiverse would not have been possible without you, the viewers at home, and Intern Kevin's newly invented hatinator. Thank you so much for joining us right here on Radio Free Multiverse, the flagship show of the Grand Aquarium Empire. And Intern
My name is Intern Kristie.
Intern Christopher and I will see you next week on Grand Trivia.